Yeah. I don't have the floor. Can I talk? Okay. Sorry about that. I just sort of jump in here because my head gets ahead of my mouth. It would seem, after talking to Nancy today, that the problem over there is that there are just so many venues out there, and what we need are promoters who want to use our venue, and it's just too much competition. Apparently we have been in Polestar magazine, which is the magazine if you're looking for a venue and you're a promoter, for years.
Right.
But there's just a lot of choice out there, and the cost of using our auditorium is way below what other people charge, and the services we offer are right up there. It's just that there aren't enough promoters to go around that are willing to use a venue of our size. So I don't know how we go about promoting that as a venue.
I think there's another factor there too, Joyce, is the cost of travel. A lot of the performers are not traveling like they used to. And with the cost of bringing shows in this economy, when you divide the total cost of putting something on by 1,000 to see what you've got to do to break even if you sell out, it's a high ticket. It's a high ticket. That's what I've been dealing with on Lynn's request that we let the Loving Spoonful perform here. And finally, I got their manager to say, well, I understand how you're caught between the group person in that group who's in town saying, oh, we don't need all that stuff. And I said, when they say that, that's fine. But when you get the rider to the contract and read it, and it tells you that they have to have 2 vans to bring from X and A over here and 2 vans to go back in, and they have to have 7 rooms for 2 nights and all that, and the rider to the contract is what you end up living with.
Well, yeah.
Not what somebody said in town. So he told me, he said, well, you just write me an offer and I'll take it to the group. So next week I'm going to write him an offer. Would still like to try to have them on the Friday, I think it's September the 15th, when the Antique Car Show is in town. They have a big banquet on Saturday night, but they have nothing on Friday night. And if we could, Jeff would give us their mailing list for the Antique Car Show, and we could try to give them a discount if they'd buy tickets in advance online. So still trying to do that. But
yeah. It's
been difficult because the agent has been out of town, and I haven't been able to talk to him until just this week.
Well, what brought this up is I was reading our local Grike board, and people were complaining about the auditorium. Of course, they don't know anything about booking or auditoriums. Nevertheless, the truth of the matter is that we do have a facility that's available. It's well run. The prices are below anywhere else that you can get, and we are waiting for people who want to book shows, and we will cooperate with them.
Deals are being made.
It's the market out there, and our demographic, our audience, as it was pointed out to me today, our audience are the baby boomer people. And a Loving Spoonful would appeal to that age group. Gordon Lightfoot appeals to that age group.
There is one thing that kind of concerns me about Gordon Lightfoot. When we had sold about 300 tickets, I went through the list of where people were from. And probably to sell 300 tickets, it was somewhere in the neighborhood of 120 to 130 people. Of that let's say 120, just to grab a figure. Of that 120 people, only 11 were from a distance greater than an hour away from Eureka Springs. So, we'll get some meals out of it. I doubt we'll get very many nights out of it.
Well, to turn that into something that would produce a night, we have to make it more than seeing a show. We have to promote the town as you're going to have fun when you get here and come early, and these are the things you're going to do. And we have to present more of a picture as more of a destination. Make it a destination rather than just a ticket to a show, which is a marketing challenge. But I'm uneasy about what a lot of the stuff we're doing doesn't seem to be working, and I'm looking at this and I'm wondering whether there's something else we could do besides putting all this money into print media, because I'm not sure what print media is producing.
It's going to be a whole lot different next year. It's going to be.
Well, I hope so, because I don't think print media is the way to go anymore, and I think the internet's probably been done to death at this point.
Yeah.
I think I don't know what we need to do, but we need to start thinking creatively, out of the box, something else to do. Okay.
I'm not quite sure if I agree that the internet's overdone at this point.
We haven't even scratched the top of that.
I mean, I know at least from a hotel, motel, a lodging perspective, you'll find very little print being done from any lodging property. But you'll find more and more being done on the internet.
People who
are traveling now, that's the first place they go.
Yeah.
They hit that internet, figure out what they want to do. So I still think, there's more that we could do via the internet, probably, personally.
I think we're still in executive director's
Yes, we
report,
are.
and I have one other item. It's my understanding from the mayor that the council would like to have a workshop on how the auditorium works. I sent the mayor a email today and suggested that we, between now and July 21st, we get interested members of council to submit in an email format to Nancy what they would like for the workshop to cover and or what questions they have, so that we can prepare a meaningful workshop for them. And then Nancy is going to be on vacation the month of August, and I would like for her to participate in that. So I'm suggesting that we hold the workshop the second week in September, and we will notify all of you when that's going to be. So if you want to come as members of the commission, you'll be welcome to. And that's all I have.
Any questions for Jim? Okay. Now we're on to commission business. The first item is the write-off policy, which I think was the last page.
Took the collection policy and the proposed write-off policy and sort of combined it all into one document as you requested, and that's what we came up with. Got any questions? We'll be happy to.
It flows much easier for me now to follow.
Me too.
So I think it's good.
I would like to tell you that we are getting much better cooperation with city administration on issuing business permits and different permits that only in the form of a phone call from the city clerk asking us if John Doe is current. And if John Doe is not current, she's denying the permit until current. So that's helping a lot.
And I think the policy has helped a lot over the last 4 years, probably, because I think we started off at a 2 or 3 page list.
Yeah, when I came, I wondered if anybody paid.
Yeah, but it looks real good now. I mean, we still have a few delinquents, but Any questions on the policy, the write-off policy?
I do want to explain one of them, if that's okay. The second one up from the bottom, the commission grants to the executive director and operations director together the authority to file liens against debtors at any time, when to do so protects the financial interest of the commission. Occasionally we will hear about an imminent sale on a property that owes us money. And, the assumption is that the minute that sale goes through, city issues, normally